Holy war. Most people today that hold to a secular worldview have a misunderstanding of that which is holy, and that which only a war, statistically and morally, simply a war. This highly esteemed view has caused misrepresentation of history and its authenticity in known manuscripts. Webster's dictionary, the word holy is defined as an exalted or worthy of complete devotion, as one perfect in goodness and righteousness. However, thousands of years ago, we find its origin in the Hebrew language. Kodesh, meaning holy, as defined as having apartness and also sacredness, like the sun. For example, being seen, it is our only dependence on natural light. It also has its benefits of growing and producing life. However, if you get too close to it, you will burn and surely die. It is holy in its own right, that being utmost good and beneficial. It is to remain as it is and never changing or having to adapt to anything that is. If war is seen as holy, then it must be justified by being objectively moral and ethically in the right to do so. However, the view of that which is right has been weaved into the minds of the most secular people that most wars were fought throughout recorded history, has been seen as religious. Therefore, this inductive argument has been concluded as true. Following this conclusion in this statement is this, which most secular worldviews hold to. Religious causes more wars and death in the world than any other factor of reasoning to include religious must be death within and abolished because of the factor of it bringing more death. And it could be no more further than the truth. Now, the truth is, non-religious motivations of naturalistic philosophers bear the blame for nearly all of humankind's wars, with only 6% of lives lost during religious conflict. That does not even come close to comparison to those experiencing during the regimes who wanted nothing to do with the idea of God. Something showcased in R. Mule S.'s work, Lethal Politics and Death by Government. We have a book of Joseph Stalin, around 42,000. No, let me read that again. 42 million. Mao Zedong, 37 million. Adolf Hitler, 20 million. Chiang Kai-shek, 10 million. Vladimir Lenin, 4 million. Hideaki Tojo, 3 million. Pol Pot, 2 million. Ramil States, however, almost 170 million men, women, and children have been shot, beaten, tortured, knifed, burned, starved, frozen, crushed, worked to death, buried alive, drowned, hung, bombed, or killed in any way or myriad of ways. Governments have inflicted death on unarmed, helpless citizens and foreigners. The dead could convincingly be nearly 360 million people, making it a true Black Plague status. None of these people would define their moral options or actions as being holy. This view makes it clear that most people who started wars or led people to death was by people who had extremely lacking of the view of God or simply denied the existence of one, leaving only one option left for their pursuits, which is power grabbing, being the only move and the only motive. In this conclusion, a view of that which is holy cannot be